Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to revisit the Hades, particularly the prototype Hades, as there is definitely a strong difference between the prototype Hades that were released earlier this year and the test flight Hades that was released in the winter. So for the majority of players, I feel this prototype Hades is what the test flight Hades was supposed to be. Very beginner friendly, a lot of amazing glides, so it's something that you don't need to give it a whole lot of power and can get very effortless, easy distance. The new ones do tend to be a little bit domey, however you can find some of these flat ones like this, which I actually prefer because it feels very much like the test flight, and at the moment only comes in ESP, and with the Hades being a Speed 12 driver, the rim width is a 2.3 centimeters, pretty standard. So now let's get into the flight of the new prototype Hades, and we actually will be comparing it to the flight of the test flight a little bit later on in this video, so definitely stay tuned for that. With the hyzer, you can actually see it doesn't really hold a pure arcing hyzer. Instead, it flips up to flat. It wants to kind of flip up a little bit, ride straight before hyzering out, and with forehand, it even wants to get a little bit of turn in it, and I think that's what a lot of players with kind of bigger arms, it's going to have a lot more of that turn even when thrown on a hyzer, which makes this perfect for hyzer flipping or for beginners when you're learning to hyzer flip. Same thing when thrown flat, it is effortless flex. Out of the box for slower, medium arm speed players, this is going to be a great instant tailwind bomber flex disc that you can really just throw flat like this, and look how much it still rides straight, gets a little bit of turn before hyzering out at the very end. And that's one thing I think the prototype still has along with the test flight, is it has this really late flight stability. Obviously I think the test flight will hold that high speed turn a lot better than the prototype, as you can just see the sweeping anhyzer line that it's able to hold here. And with the anhyzers here, you are going to see just it holds big anhyzers. You have to put a lot of air under this to allow the disc to fight back, but it still does. As I say, it has very late stability. That final 15-10% of the flight, it does want to fight its way out of it, and because of that, it is going to be a max distance drivers for players of all skill levels, and players that do have slow into medium arms. This is going to be an amazing distance driver, and one that I do highly suggest. One of my only criticisms though of the Hades so far is that it's so new, it only comes in ESP plastic, either the test flight or the prototype, so really hoping to see different plastic types really soon. Now, comparing to the test flight, you can see here, that was on a Nanny Line. You saw how much the prototype wanted to Annie. The test flight almost wanted none of it. It anhyzer for just a little bit and it fought its way out right away. Same with the forehand. But let's actually look at these side by sides with the Lefty Line's flight tracker here. You can see they both come out on a similar angle, similar line, but you can just see the added turn on the prototype. It really wants to turn versus the test flight kind of more stayed straight and hyzered. Again, with the forehand here, you can really see the exaggerated turn by the prototype, but still wanted to finish at the very end. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed watching the revisited review of the Hades. You can clearly see that the prototype is much different than the test flight, which is not a bad thing because I do bag both. Pros, you're going to want to be looking at the test flight. Amateur slower arm speeds, you're going to be looking at the prototype. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support. Until next time, keep banging them chains.